Hey guys, so today we got a really big material for you guys. This is about philosophy and science. So let me read about this one first and I explain to you guys later, okay? So according to Peirce, a philosophical study must be put into practice in the spirit of investigation. Philosophy can be seen from two perspectives, namely scientifically or with scientific guidance, as well as humanistic and traditional. He emphasized that science and philosophy are a real action and form, not just mere science. So it's not just like books and literature, but it's also action and practices. I mean, what is science? Science, to Peirce, is about what scientists do in their everyday lives. You know, like researching and then investigating, and I mean, everything that the scientists do is science. And because science is study in itself, a philosophical study must be practiced in the spirit of inquiry.
The spirit of inquiry, scientific man, is someone who has intelligence but has no other advantages. Peirce also considers that a scientist is not a scientist if he has a passion for learning and investigation in order to reach the truth, and not for reasons of self-interest or political affairs. According to Peirce, one of the most essential elements in the spirit of inquiry is how quickly you realize you are wrongly determining how much you intend to study or research.
Definition of science according to conception. According to Peirce, science is a real form or living embodiment of the activities that scientists carry out. Science is not always about a collection of facts or knowledge, but also the methods, practice, and techniques taken to achieve that knowledge.
Truth of hope. Peirce agrees that science basically involves the desire to find the truth. According to Ransdale 1979, Peirce's explanation of scientific truth requires semiotic objectivity, where objectivity itself is not understood in terms of result or inferential producers, but as a problem of recognition in one's communication with other questioners, where one starts and how one comes to conclusions may be corrected by them and should therefore be shared so that they can face the real possibility of such a correction.
Alright guys, so now we're in the next chapter, which is doubt and belief, and reasoning and action. Belief can be defined as the readiness to take action if there is an appropriate opportunity to act. So what is dangerous about beliefs is you are ready to take your life, you're ready to risk your family's life even for just your belief to be executed. If there is an appropriate opportunity to act, you will do anything for that belief to be executed. But when doubt arises, you will begin to realize the faults that exist in your beliefs, and that will make you think that your beliefs is just beliefs. It's not facts, it's just beliefs. And from doubt and belief, there will be a term that is called reasoning and action. So reasoning and action is triggered from controlled thoughts. What is controlled thoughts? So it is when you take action, but you also think about the conditions, you also think about the caution, you also think about the danger, the consequences that's about to happen to you when you took that action. That is the controlled thoughts.
Next, the faulty foundation of semiotic intelligence. Peirce's scholarly program requires that philosophical inquiry must involve genuine admission of error, must demand communication and openness to public criticism, and must endeavor, at least to some extent, to be cumulative. Mistakes teach us to be careful in researching and humble in other scientific problems. Social activities form the basis of the formation of a solidarity that will trigger transparency between fellow researchers.
So this is where it gets interesting. So this is the connection of the omnibus law with the doubt and belief theory. So first of all, there's this Twitter page tell us about the bad things about the new omnibus law, and there's this whole line of text, and it's about the salary of low-income workers, which is lowered beyond reason, and also other things. And when the news came, people are freaking out. So what did they do? They took action, and that action is demonstration all around Indonesia. And then when the real news came, they start thinking about doubt. What they believe first about Omnibus Law is a bad law, now just about a doubt that it's actually not a bad law. It's improving the infestation rate of Indonesia. It's increasing the rate of new workers all around the world and all around Indonesia, and also the great potential of tourism in Indonesia. So there's a whole step right here. So first of all, they believe that Omnibus Law is a bad thing, and then they start to doubt that Omnibus Law isn't really a bad thing. It involves tourism, involves infestation, and also involves the improvement of the economic in Indonesia. But they start to make reasoning and action because of what Puan Maharani does in their meeting last week, where she shuts off somebody's mic where he was talking, and that makes a lot of people mad. After that, they have a reason. They have a reason to take action. Not just about the hoax, not just about the fake tweets, but also they have a reason that the DPR is also manipulative and controlling. And for those people who still believe that the fake tweets is not a hoax, they will act according to their full beliefs. And what happened is that can lead to violence and anarchism in order to achieve the goals that they want to achieve. They will take every road they take to achieve what they call success. And for the people who use reasoning and action, they demonstrate but through social media. They demonstrate not through violence, but they demonstrate through sites and websites. They take action with their minds, not their brute strength.
The connection of the Omnibus Law with the division of human beings. The scientific man theory emerged when Najwa Shihab was interviewing the chairman of the legislation body of the DPR, South Jakarta, Supratman, and the executive director of Lokataru, Haris Azhar. Najwa Shihab can only put forth his theories as a journalist without real practice in the field, but seems to have a spirit of investigation. Meanwhile, men of practices are like students. They move fully at the forefront of the no-confidence motion demonstration of the Indonesian people. They expect definite results, and they want to know the truth directly across the front lines. Although their ways are different, they both want to escape doubt and come to the truth.
Next one is the connection between Omnibus Law and peer scientific program. First, people really want to find out the truth in their own way, either through live demonstration or by increasing literacy through books, the web, and other intermediaries. Second, the public takes actions that can help reject the RUU Cipta Kerja online and offline. They form a social group that has high solidarity with each other with the same goal of rejecting the ratification of RUU Cipta Kerja. Third, people do not know for sure what future they will achieve. The results are not necessarily the same as what the community wants.